Do we have a free teacher on Wednesday?
Wednesday we have
You don't have practice?
yeah, but then on Tuesday we have free periods on Tuesday. On Thursday we also have one class. On Thursday we also have one class.
No, I don't have
Wednesday.
because Friday. Let's wait till Friday.
Or Thursday. Thursday will be Thursday. We have one verse.
On Thursday.
So yeah, there's no should be Thursday. Eight o'clock or one of those one.
Either?
8 o'clock or 1.
Let's keep it guys. Can we manage from 7 to 9?
I should be.
Should be able right.
Yeah. So should be 8. Or 1 o'clock.
One time.
So should be 8 or 8 or 10.
Let's try it. But let's keep it. Maybe Friday. Alright, so last time we were looking at theories. We looked at the hierarchy in sociology. We first looked at the functionalist theory or functionality. And then we also looked at ethics theory. Where now we are now supposed to start discussing the going into direction. Why? Not waiting. Not waiting. Seriously? Why? Yeah. Sure. Now, I'll give you a presentation for the week, which you will attract. So, it will be part of how many are there? Why? It's not because of the so in a capitalist society, we're talking about the complex theory where Karl Marx is talking about revolution as being inevitable because of structural contradictions arising from the very nature of capitalism. Capitalism, which emphasizes Karl Marx on making profit. And the rich are afraid to say, if we bring you under the same level as you are, we may end up having no price wait for us, right? And so there are issues in structural that have to be brought in where we make sure we give you salaries which are not good enough. Why? Because we are encouraging the spirit of dependability. you have to continue to depend on this. So you should not become like this. Because if I increase to another level of your service, you may end up to the level with that money, huge money that you give, but you make sure waiting for it. We see that there. Am I selfish if I think like that? But the system has to continue running. And so I would easily say other people have to be poor and others have to be rich so that the system continues. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the model of capitalism, the bourgeoisie's interest lies in maximizing profit. To do so, the capitalists try to keep wages as low as possible and spend as little as possible. What wage conditions? We will try by all means, for example, to say, increase the minimum wage for even those who are working as maids, garden boys. What do we do those of us with the means to employ? All right. I come knock on your door and say, I need work. Please, kindly help me. Right? I'll tell you there's no job here. Please, in whatever way or whatever reason, I'm ready. My family is struggling. Like my children that are dying of hunger, they have no school fees. I need to provide for them. Meanwhile, I know that the minimum wage is 50,000. And so I said, okay, fine. I have no money for minimum wage. You will have to sign it. That you have agreed to get to 30,000. You see that? And sometimes even if I have the ability to pay you, what is the 30,000 or 40,000? But you have to be coming here at 6 o'clock, not in 1 6 o'clock. You have a check? And sometimes because of such kind of treatment, it's what has ended up most men now to act viciously against their person. When he is aware, when she is aware of fact, what they are doing is okay. Why? I want to be equal to you. Now there is an aspect of class consciousness. The rise in class consciousness or awareness of the reasons for their oppression. We have been oppressed so much, we have tried to our own, so that we are equal to. How? We will steal from you. In all due respect. How? What do we steal from you? Either property in whatever kind. Either wife, husband in whatever kind. We steal. So the class consciousness in turn leads to revolt against the rich who are the bourgeoisie. What are we trying to do to eliminate oppression and exploit exploitation of those who suffer? Are we seeing what it says? In some other instances, we'll see boy children, boys children, people in the schools beating the beach. What is making us fail? Some other instances, female students in the university setting up a lecture, fetching naked, they are doing to fall in love with the people. And then the music is. My friends, if you do not think, you have to make us fast. If you don't, even if they did not write it, if you don't, you will spread it as teacher. Now, in the negative, what are these ladies trying to fight for? There's a class conflict. We also want to fight even in the area. There are always two groups, others are suffering, others are enjoying. And those who suffer want to eliminate that oppression. The guys who are standing around the road are chased by the taxi police. And one day when they gang up against them, the guys were not running away today. This is our life. Let's fight for them. Why are we doing that? This is where we end. There is small living and you want to go to the market. No. Business is difficult. So we have to fight and bring them up. Why? So society, because society is characterized by perversity and inequality based on social class. Even here we're able to see among ourselves, we see among ourselves, I think this one comes from, this one comes from. A different social class than ours. And so we tend to back off from certain individuals, places that were in that. I cannot associate with that. Even if somebody is not proud, you say, I'm not too bad. She's too proud, he's too proud. And so we find that those of us in a certain class, social class, will be in a certain social group. And others in a certain social group. One has their classes. What can we do to eliminate this? It's possible. Social problems arise from fundamental faults in the structure of society. And these structures basically because one group is already superior. And those who are a minority or inferior feel they also have a place in the sphere. You cannot call yourself as a superpower. We also have the capability to be superpowers. Let's see now. What happens? Who is more superior than the other? When two elephants are fighting in the grass outside, are you noticing the grain separate ground? When we are sending our different equipment that we have kept for so long, now it is being sent to aid the grain. Try those before to see how powerful that is. You know what is happening? What's the problem? It's all about I'm a superpower. I have to man a superpower. Social problem is nothing. Who is greater than the other is the problem. It's as good as in the family we have a husband who's been declared as the head of the family. When the woman tries to write, the man will not. And so this woman has started to put down, I will deal with her. How? I'll find another. If she's older, I'll find a younger girl. And when she finds out, hey, she can handle herself. Why? It's a big challenge. You find a young girl, and then looking at her age, she has already reached her menopause. If this girl gets close, I have lost. I got to do that. And I was talking to action. This man tried to go somewhere. He cannot function again. What's the point here? You have to come back to me. You think you're better. You social problems. So I want to be powerful. You want to be powerful. Who wins? It's the one who has the will. And in this instance, Karl Marx is saying the rich have the capacity to control society because they have the means to do so. We have experienced issues of inequality in society. And this leads so much to a greater extent problems in society, conflicts in society. Because we are not equal. But as we grow, others feel the help and capability to be what you are. In all angles of life, we are not equal. How can you be declared as the superpower, the superior man of the earth? Women have come with different associations and organizations that are trying to fight for equality, feminist organizations. We also have got a part to play in life. So anybody who mistreats a woman goes to jail. And at a certain point, there has been a bias of girl-child education. Girl-child education. Where is boy-child education? Now, girls are full in schools. We have very few boys in schools. Why? Sensitization for girl-child education has taken a flow. And we have forgotten that boys also need to be encouraged to go to school, to get educated. You go everywhere, institutions, NGOs for promoting girl-child education. What about the boy child? What is happening? They're trying to build up for the female folk to be in charge or to participate. But in trying to build them to participate, it's like overdoing now, and they have to overtake them. It's all still about the equality. Because if we have to talk about sharing the equal cake, that's bad. You look at the education sector, inequality still exists. It's still an itch in the heart for the University of Malawi to accept their private universities which offer basic education and basic education. The first thing that we're going to ask you, even when you apply for vacancies, which institution did you get this from? We have to be this powerful. And that is what might even contribute to our economic downfall. Why? There are other things that can do better, but we are biased to our institution in university. It's the only one which can produce diversity, and others don't. And so this is what is happening now. We train you, most likely you do better, we will retain you here. Go to Google, go to other institutions, University of Malawi station. Most of the lecturers who are there are former students. Why? We don't try to other people from other organizations. Somehow. Okay, the word is fine. And so other institutions now are fighting to be better and produce better products. After all, when I don't work there, it doesn't mean that. If you want to come and work here, come and study with us. Social problems arise from fundamental faults in our society, in the way we structure our economy, our programs. Based on the social class, based on our race, based on Africanization, which is not gender. I'll be very comfortable to work with you. Finally, you are mere when I'm feeling. Psychologically, somehow, you are my boss. I would not want to disappoint you as a boss, right? Psychologically, why would I want to disappoint you? Let's discuss that. Chop chop. Why are you not liking me? Psychology. A mother would enjoy the period of breastfeeding. Why? Because when you are breastfeeding as a woman, there's some sexual pleasure. Let me just follow when the man is sucking. And so after those women who have given birth, they always, and parents, with tight buttons, they feel that I miss that. They feel that I need to get pregnant again. Why? The pleasures that they go through for the child is sex. And so now we say, why do you think a male worker is most likely supporting or likely to support the female boss? Patient was beaten to death. You okay?
No, I have an idea, but
it's a great idea, right?
it's not great.
At a certain point, Ibrahim you know, a man will always think crazily some privileges that may come, you know, if I'm loyal to her. You understand, right? Maybe I will change to watch out. Why? In the mind of the woman, she is like, okay, you are a different man. So loyal when men are supposed to be like vicious. If you create such a close relationship, in the mind, slowly but slowly, she'll be getting attached to you. That is why, if you have seen most people who have cheated, they have cheated with their own face. Why? I'm with you every day, and I see. From morning up, I'm seeing your character, the way you behave, how committed you are, or how late you are. Then my husband will just be My wife is just in the evening. And sleep and wake up, it's busy with work. I spend much of my time at work with my wife. So they become my closest friends than even my family. It's very easy for those who are weak-minded to change positive with their work. Sorry, you seem to give your point.
I wanted to ask you. So that's why most men don't take wives working.
You are always insecure at some point. And in most cases, you could be insecure. Because most likely there will be a person who either resembles how you do things at home. And in most cases, I'll fall in love with you. Why? Not because of it. No. You have traits of my husband. So he easily gets into it. Okay? The other women who ended up sleeping with another man, they are pregnant. And then, it's not that this woman is crazy like she loves somebody who resembles the trait of the person she's found with. And so if she cannot control that quickly, she forgets and she thinks it is that when it is not. She has just made a resemblance. And that's what brings such a problem. I will realize that I've lost my God. What did I do? Because in most cases, what happens, I meet the other one, it's a musical. In most cases, what you let the other person go through, you are most likely to go through. It's like a natural revenge kind. Inequalities continue and continue. But how do we solve such inequalities? The solution to social problems must involve far-reaching change in the structure of society, where everyone must access the national cake. Do we share equally? That was a little bit about conflict. A lot of problems and challenges that we face today are as a result of the conflict in differing interests. Contribution such. Are we learning something?
Yeah.
These are points where we need to come out and ask questions, because these are personal, life-changing circumstances, social problems that we may have passed through, or we have heard people passing, we have seen people passing through. The issues of divorce that have taken place on our neighborhood, and we have seen that maybe this divorce has been as a result of, unfortunately, has been as a result of this woman wanting to be more powerful than the man, or the man not accepting this and that. So these are some of the problems that we need to be shared now. And our knowledge extends. When you speak and share experiences, it will be easy when you go into the field to handle such problems, because that is the key. Silence is not going to impair social justice.
Yeah. Okay. So, about the last case study that you were explaining. So, I just wanted to ask you, That means women are most likely to get emotionally attached faster to someone who has the same character as their husband. Psychologically.
Yes. Because women are mostly emotional. And there is a danger that once they switch, in most cases, for them they turn it into real love. So whatever will be happening in the world is useless. Like, you know? But in the actual sense, I'm the guy for her. But she switches for, it's different from men who, when I fall in love, like when I cheat, I may cheat not because I love you, no. Just want that to be right.
So that means they act based on emotions.
The what?
So that means psychologically women act based on emotions. Psychologically.
Mostly their emotion.
Mostly.
Yes. I would say after 3 children, 3 years staying with her, or 5 years staying with her, I had the first child with that woman. Maybe I married. I may end up leaving her with 3 children. The first woman. Actually, say something. Alright. Symbolic interaction. Is a sociological, socio-theoretical framework which starts from the presupposition that our social world is constructed through the mundane act of everyday social interaction. Mundane, in some other explanation, is something that is not accepted by society. If you are speaking of it in a religious term, it's something which is the opposite of the good. Mundane activity, evil activities, then. But in this case, we say, let it be interest. Through the repeated act of interaction, individuals are settled in relations with social groups constitute symbolic and shared meanings. Symbolic interaction. It focuses on the interaction of individuals and how they interpret their interaction. If I say this, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? So the different symbols that we use to interpret different things. And when we bring these together, we'll understand that when I do this symbol, I show this symbol, in Italy it means this, in America it means this, in Australia it means this, in Africa it means this. Symbolic interaction.
So, what that sentence like with the name was just trying to say that humans, they interact based on symbols and so it's
now this entered her mind. You know what she's trying to do?
I didn't hear what you said.
Say it again. Please follow her and go beyond her mind. I want to tell you something.
okay, I was saying that on slide 29, I was just trying to say that humans, they interact based on symbols and stories.
Anyone who has gone beyond her thinking, what is he trying to do? It's very basic. So for her, she has gotten the point of Okay? Symbolic interaction is equal to human relating based on symbols, or communicating based on symbols. So that even if the question came on symbolic interaction, I'm able to expand with my own understanding. Provided I have the main idea. You get that? It's like you're trying to study using shorthand. Psychology, mind. Let's start with mind. Science, like that. When you just see that way, it reminds you of whatever you learned. So the roots of symbolic interaction lie in the wake of early 1900 American sociologists, social psychologists, and philosophers who were interested in human logic and action. Herbert Blam, for example, a sociologist at the University of Chicago, built on their writings to develop symbolic interaction, the term required. We could communicate using drawings, we could communicate using other symbols, so that people can learn the roles of society, for example. How people relate and interact is what the symbolic interaction uses to study society. So as people interact, they negotiate their definitions of the situation in which they find themselves. The social construct the reality of these situations. In doing so, they rely heavily on symbols such as words and gestures to reach to a shared understanding of their interaction. How do we use symbols? Gestures. Through words. So we communicate with symbols through words and gestures. Shall we give examples of words and gestures? Looking there. Cha, cha, sha, aksha, bo, bo, bo. If you go to another country, or even within here, there is a certain language, symbolic language that we use as youth, which are called persons. I don't speak. Like ball. What is ball? Scale. Certain words which like we are in the computer age, and then to ask the first person to be lecturing using modern technologies, and how they'll convince you to say, for us to use to teach, notebooks using pens and words, and this person, when it means not taking, he will write his notes nicely and give them to you, not complain. But to punch him with modern technology, it's unfair. So what you do is you've got modern students. Use somebody maybe in the IT section to move the weight. Let me see. He has the knowledge, he has the notes, so we use somebody to type those notes. Then we are helping the person. Otherwise, they will be off employment. So we are saying we use words, we use gestures to communicate. In other countries, when you do like this, hi, it's like hi. It's as good as hi. It's a greeting, right? From a distance, right? But in other cultures, when you say this come here. So we tell it like this. It may have a different meaning in another culture. Symbolic interaction. It's very important.
Well, for them, the substitution, if people not maybe use the road of society, set out in the place to be constructed road. So, like, they have said the roads that the society expects people to do. But on that segment, we say that they construct these roads. That means those roads that the society expects them to do, they make them again.
As we are interacting, we learn from each other. So, like you talk of words like sharp. It's only one person who says that due to the interaction. But where does it come from? It's not there in our.
Like the way friends start to go with each other's favorite ways.
Like
the way friends start to go with each other's favorite ways.
Yes, so as we're interacting, a certain great way to come from here and there. So it's from the interaction that we construct new ways, new gestures. How do you know that these people are gay and what? There's a certain symbol that they will have to give out that are this. So it's the language that you are communicating to others. But that is coming in because of a certain interaction with a certain group of people. As they interact, they negotiate their definition of the situation in which they find themselves. Socially construct the reality of the situation. In doing so, they rely heavily on symbols such as words, gestures, which they share very important. And when we reach a shared understanding of our interaction, then we have formed a team. How do we know that in universities you have students who have got secret cards? There is a language which they use to communicate with themselves in those cards. So they develop skills. They develop gestures. It's like you have a secret phrase. One person it is a way that you have to communicate. We are being given an example of a symbol of shaking hands. In the United States and many other societies, shaking hands is a symbol of greeting and friendship. Is that the same thing?
Yes.
This simple act indicates that you are a nice, polite person in whom somebody should feel comfortable. So to reinforce this symbol's importance for understanding the digital interaction, consider a situation where someone refuses to share. How do you feel? Excuse me? It's familiar. The person has refused my greeting. Embarrassed, right? Now, hope one time, hope I may. They will greet. You're trying to. The greeting has been reversed. You feel so good. Look at this one where they go home. Nobody like it. Why? My mobile there refuses to bring it. You feel bad, you feel embarrassed, communication and stuff. So it may show as a sign or symbol that the person doesn't like me. Their understanding of the situation of the subsequent interaction will be very different from those arising from the more perception of others. As the term symbolic interaction implies, their understanding of this encounter arises from what they do when they interact, from their interpretation of the words of the various symbols included in their interpretation. Would it mean otherwise in some other cultures where somebody is trying to shake your hands and then you refuse? Would it be interpreted as you're a good person? So these symbols are in general. Most cases that it's something that happens in America, in Asia. It seems most of uniform. According to symbolic interactions, social order is possible because people value what various symbols, such as shaking hands, mean, and a flag, things in different kinds of symbols. If you visited a society where sticking your right hand out to greet someone was interpreted as a threatening gesture, you would quickly learn the value of common understanding. In my society, whenever you want to fold your danger, right? Imagine somebody will just punch me. No, I'm not so sure. To some extent, doing this, there's a way. Others will greet with the hand. Symbolic interactions. Okay. So symbolic interaction views social problems as arising from the interaction of the individuals. Symbolic interaction views social problems as arising from interaction. How? If I do not understand your symptoms, I may end up quietly, damage when you make well. Where somebody says, can we go out tomorrow? Maybe. You see what I'm doing? My head is trying. Maybe. What does this mean? Injection? Am I sure? Maybe.
Maybe I'll get you.
I'm not certain, right? Symbols. So we are saying symbolic interaction views society, social problems as arising from the interaction of individuals. Now, I want to understand the term. How?
It is true.
It is true. How?
Because through, you said symbolic interaction. When people are interacting, let's say me and her interacting, my behavior, she's teaching me behavior, her behavior can be good or bad. Like maybe she's teaching me how to smoke weed, or she's teaching me drugs. So throughout the interactions, I'm learning what she's, the bad behaviors and she's doing, and I'm adapting it. Or she can be teaching me bad behavior again. I should go and start stealing. So I'll be taking those behaviors and adapting them and beginning individuality. Or her bad beliefs, like maybe rituals, should be saying rituals are good, and I can just be adapting those things and start thinking those beliefs that rituals are really good and I'm making it useful. That statement is true. Yeah.
Imagine that you are a friend with that guy. Behind. Behind.
Yes.
No, you have.
Huh?
Have you?
Yeah.
Look at him. You have looked him. What can you say about him? And what behavior can you learn from him?
Learn from him.
Yeah, you interacted with him. If you interacted with him, don't refuse.
Maybe wearing a hat.
Wearing a hat. So wearing a hat, right?
Yeah.
What is behind wearing a hat?
How did you do it?
Having dreadlocks? Can you remove it?
He doesn't know how to go because he had
dreadlocks.
Yes.
You see, I've asked him to remove it yesterday. You know what is going on in this one? Let me not tell going psychological. But in some cases, you will find a woman put more a wig. Oh, what a joy. Others will short hair and they're hiding that short hair. Others have got no money to go to the salon and do their hair and stuff like so I just okay. And others who like putting on covering their hair. We agree that interaction of individuals could cause social problems. She has just fine. Right? What do others say? I was saying that I wanted to say what I told her, the news behind. The way he's sitting behind there is very comfortable. I wonder if he would be comfortable in discussion. Why? Because he feels behind there, I'm in charge here, I'm nicely, stable and far from, okay? And he's feeling so warm there that he doesn't want any disturbance. And he made up the decision to start dozing. Why? I'm too comfortable. Far from, he feels so like, am I like? So I'm trying to make myself so comfortable in covering my head. That this interaction matters in two important respects. First, socially problematic behavior such as crime and drug use are often learned from our interaction with people who engage in these behaviors. So should we stop at interacting with that? We adopt their attitude that justify committing this behavior, and we learn any special techniques that might be needed to commit these behaviors. True. Second, we also lay our perceptions of a social problem from our interaction with others, whose perceptions and beliefs influence our own perception. I remember some point I was in a boarding school, and there used to be some guy. You wake up in the morning, George is not there. You don't believe. Another time, you're going to the toilet. Your friends are not there. The kind of interaction with people in the same room. Where have they gone? You will realize, asking them, when they are coming back, they're coming back with it. It's fine. You know what they say, you're going to take a shower. So there's